Hi, this is Tony Higgins Thrash, reporter for the Heartbeat Show. I'm here with author, instructor, published author, J.A. Konrath, and welcome.
Hey, thank you. I'm really happy to be here, Tony.
Well, you write mystery novels in particular, and you have a character that runs throughout. Jacqueline Daniels. Can you tell us a little bit about that character?
Jack Daniels is the lead character of my series, and because I've named a character after a drink, I've named all of the books drinks. So Whiskey Sour, Bloody Mary, Rusty Nail, Dirty Martini. The new one coming out is Fuzzy Navel this summer. I think eventually I'm going to have to write one called 12-Step Program.
When did you first discover that you wanted to be a writer?
Oh boy, I've known I wanted to be a writer right up until this interview, and now I'm just not sure anymore. I'll be honest with you. But no, I've always wanted to be a writer. I've always had the desire to entertain people, and that's why my books, I strive to kind of have a balance between scaring the pants off of you and making you laugh out loud, both of which I think are pretty entertaining ways to spend 8 hours.
Did you always start out in murder mysteries, or did you try other venues?
I like murder mysteries because I am a huge fan. I've read them since I was 9, 10 years old, so it made sense that I would graduate to writing in that genre. The problem was I didn't know if I wanted to write something like Janet Ivanovich, which is funny, laugh out loud, or something like Silence of the Lambs, so I decided to do both.
I love your writing to begin with.
Oh, thank you, bless you. You're the one.
And the first book I read of yours was Whiskey Sour.
Which one, this one?
Yes, that was your first book.
Okay.
And I opened it up.
Like this? Just like this?
Just like that.
Okay.
And I had to read it all in one day.
Okay.
I could not put down that book.
Why, thank you. That's because my publisher puts glue on the edges and the sides of the book, so it is truly impossible to put down.
And then one chapter in there was just like one line.
Yeah, just a couple sentences long.
A couple sentences, and that sent chills up my spine.
Well, thank you.
You are so terribly, terribly gifted.
Oh, well, that's very kind of you.
And do you suggest...
Personally, I didn't think this was a very good book at all. And now I'm questioning your taste, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, this was okay for a first novel.
So what's your fourth one like, Dirty Martini?
The fourth novel, Dirty Martini, this one is a little better. I mean, not much better. Let's face it, I'm a hack. My favorite, I would probably have to say, I loved Gone with the Wind. Moby Dick was just a terrific book, except for that whole cytology chapter.
How
you really
about
didn't
your
need
books?
that. Oh, mine.
Which is your favorite?
Wow. Well, I have to say the favorite is this one, because this is the one that's going to be for sale soon. And this is Fuzzy Navel, and this is a fun book. Jack, let me give you a little bit of background. Jack is short for Jacqueline. Jacqueline Daniels is a woman in her 40s, a Chicago homicide lieutenant, divorced, kind of a personal life that's a train wreck, but she's really good at her job, and she chases some pretty scary criminals. In Fuzzy Navel, I do it all in real time. So it starts at 4 p.m. and takes on through till 2 in the morning, and every second is accounted for on the page. And it's a fun idea, so I'm really digging that book.
Where do you get your ideas?
I hunt through James Patterson's garbage. And you know, with Patterson, it's great because he'll throw out 15, 20 pages, and that's about 80 chapters.
Do you, in the middle of the night?
You see, because his chapters are really short, Tony. That was a joke.
Oh.
You could have snickered politely. That would have made me feel better. Wow.
So, with your the ideas, do you get them in the middle of the night? Does it wake you up? Or?
My wife wakes me up in the middle of the night for something else. Nothing to do with. It's to stop me from snoring. Your mind is in the gutter. This is terrible. I thought this is like a public show for people of all ages. I'm just shocked. I may just leave right now. If I didn't have this big bottle of vodka with me, perhaps I would.
Maybe we should go out and have a Bloody Mary.
I'm thinking about it. I seriously am. What's fun about the Jack Daniels books, even though you haven't specifically asked me that, I want to answer that question anyway. What's fun about the Jack Daniels books is I liken them to a haunted house. Have you ever been to a haunted house with the JCs?
I used to perform in a haunted house.
What were you in the haunted house?
I was a killer clown.
Oh, clowns are frightening. I'm personally afraid of clowns because one of them murdered my family, but that's another story. But yeah, in a haunted house, you're hearing two things from the patrons walking through. And what are the two things you're hearing?
They're either very quiet.
Well, you're not. You can't really hear somebody be quiet.
Well, you kind of
You hear screams.
Screams.
And
laughter. Yes.
Okay.
Not laughter.
I got you there. Of course you hear laughter in a haunted house. You have people screaming and then laughing like morons afterwards. Same thing with a roller coaster. You watch a roller coaster going by, what are you hearing? You're hearing screams, and then you're hearing laughter. And sometimes vomiting, too. You don't want to stand too close.
Well, your books have both.
They do. They don't have the vomiting.
No, it's the scare and the laughter.
They're laugh out loud, and then they're frightening. And I really try when I write these books to give the people a good time.
You know what? One of my favorite characters in here is Friskers.
Oh, the cat.
And
yeah, the cat. There are a lot of mysteries out there that have cats in them, and the cats always help solve the crime. And I thought it would be fun to play against type and have a cat character that is not good for the story at all. Just really a horrible cat. And you know, if you've met enough cats in your life, a lot of cats, some cats are they're born evil. And that's what Mr. Friskers is.
I have a cat that wakes me up at 5 in the morning.
Oh, that is an evil cat.
16 years old, and
16 years old
and gets up that early. Can you tell me a little bit about